Hello, hello, hello. This is Lyndon Thorpe here on Our Way, Our Wealth weekend audio event. I'm here every Saturday and Sunday at this time, just for 30 minutes. I'm telling you what's going on, what I'm writing about, what I'm doing in my millionaire pursuit, and hoping you'll respond. I'm streaming live to LinkedIn and to YouTube tonight. Just audio. It's a kind of podcast. So, let's get started. This week's been an amazing week. And I've just got back from a trip to a quite remote part of Japan, where I've been helping to manage grapes. Yeah. I've been helping to put bags over them so that they'll become beautiful bunches of huge grapes. Grapes are very popular in Japan. And so we went to Yamanashi, which is really in the mountains, just west of Tokyo. And we did some great work bagging grapes. Musca, Shine Musca, which is one of the most famous species here. And Japanese people eat lots of grapes. They're so healthy. So I feel great, and I've been really amazed to get back into the countryside, back into the mountains, and, get close to plants. That's where I'm happiest, really. Close to the earth, close to anything growing. This was a wonderful opportunity to volunteer. Yeah, it's all about volunteering. Here in Japan, we've got lots of problems with rural economies. So all the rural economies have really plummeted because people are moving to the big cities to get jobs that pay enough for the rising costs of living. And so the rural communities are left devastated, really. But a few years ago, there's been a kind of reappraisal of all this. And many of the city folk, especially Tokyo folk, it's happening in Osaka too, but in Tokyo, where I am, just west of Tokyo, many Tokyo people are leaving the city to start farming in rural places, and Yamanashi happens to be one of those places. So I'm really lucky to be able to volunteer with a group of people I manage, and we did really well. We worked really hard in heat, and we actually bagged over 2,500 bunches of grapes. Yeah, we did really, really well. But I'm tired today. It was quite something. The heat is quite something. So let me tell you what's going on this week. I've just published a white paper, excuse me, which is called the Sovereign Health White Paper. And it's all about the chaos that people are experiencing when they think about their health. Everywhere we look, health advice is contradicting itself. One expert says keto, another swears by raw veganism. One brand pushes synthetic multivitamins, another calls them poison. And if you scroll for too long, you'll be left more anxious than informed. You'll become unsure who to trust, what to take, and how to feel safe in your own body. And I feel very strongly about this as an embodiment mentor. My work starts from the inside of the body out. I'm a spiritual leader, and I feel really very concerned that people don't know what to do about their health. There are too many choices almost. So it's a kind of epidemic, really. Disconnection and confusion. We're living in a time when our nervous systems are fried, our immune systems are sluggish, and our access to trustworthy whole person guidance is buried under sales funnels and fads. So I wrote the Sovereign Health white paper to cut through this noise, and I've just published it now on LinkedIn. I'll be publishing it again soon on Medium. And I'll tell you more about it in 1 second. But first of all, why did I create this now? Well, I don't know if you know my story, but after 4 decades as a mindful educator, embodiment mentor, and ordained Buddhist priest, meditation teacher, and so on, I've watched wellness become a booming industry, but also a breeding ground for misinformation. More and more people are doing all the right things, but still feeling worse. And it's not their fault. Most are unknowingly operating from a place of learned helplessness, trained to doubt their body, to defer to outside authority, and to silence their intuition. Okay, so this is really almost epidemic, really, that people are so confused about their health. And their personal health is their personal responsibility in my book. So what if there was a simple way to restore trust in your body again? So in this white paper, which I'll refer to more directly in a moment, I introduce the synergistic power of 2 potent tools. One is Zinzino. It's a science-backed, cloud-tested nutrition system based on your real inflammatory data. Inflammation is one of the big problems that human beings are experiencing more and more now, and especially as they increase in age. And the second power is Lodestone. And this is a 30-day embodiment journey that recalibrates your inner compasses through breath, stillness, and deep listening. And I created this over the last few months, but I made it public on the 1st of June. And so I want to work with these 2 systems together. We've got the science-backed data of Zinzino, from blood tests and real scientific data, and uses balance oils, which are based on omega oils, which are often the culprit of inflammation in the body. And Lodestone, which is the product of 40 years of my mindfulness work, both as a teacher and as a practitioner and as a Buddhist priest as well. So I'm bringing the Buddhist teachings into this, and also as an indigenous wisdom advocate. I've worked with several tribes of First Nations and learnt so much from their way of seeing the world. And I've merged them together to create Lodestone, which is an audio transmission. It lasts for 30 days, and in that time you will glimpse your true nature, and you will get below all the layers of conditioning and hardwiring in the brain. It takes 30 days because, yeah, you've been conditioned maybe for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So we have to break through that. And when these 2 things are used together, when Zinzino and Lodestone 1 are used together, they do something really radical. They teach you how to listen to your body and give you the data to back it up. No more guesswork. No more outsourcing your personal wisdom. Every human being is unique. So each human being has a DNA set up, and we are responsible for our health through that DNA, through our ancestral line. But many of us are outsourcing that to other people, to other systems. The greatest way we can really access our health and our health status is through our intuition, through our inner systems, through accessing our DNA directly. Okay, so that's why I'm putting these two together, and that's why they work, because we're bringing science and spirituality together. So what are you going to find inside my white paper, the Sovereign Health Report? Well, you're going to find the truth about chronic inflammation and how it's measured. You're going to get a breakdown of learned helplessness and how to unlearn it. There are case studies from burnout to arthritis to neurodiverse parenting. And this is all based on my experience as a practitioner, as a natural practitioner and alternative practitioner, as a teacher, as a mentor, and so on. And we're going to get also an overview of Zinzino's balance oils and Lodestone's nervous system magic. It also incorporates my learned journey, my lived journey from academia to spiritual tech, and most importantly, the real next steps to reclaiming your health sovereignty. And really, this is not a sales pitch. It's a call to clarity. Yeah. Maybe you think you're broken. Maybe you think there's something drastically wrong with you. But I assure you, you're not. You're just disconnected. Your body is all-knowing. It knows how to heal. But it needs space. It needs support. And it needs a bit of wise guidance from me and also my colleagues. So you can download the white paper. You can download it here under my window when I finish this session. Just comment. That's all I ask. Just say sovereignty or sovereign, whatever you fancy. Just comment and I'll send you the PDF white paper. No questions asked. Okay. Alternatively, or additionally, you can book a one-to-one session with me if you're ready to explore your own sovereign health path. You can schedule a free Zoom call with me, and this will stop you chasing hacks and allow you to start living in harmony from the inside out. So think about it before I just launch into telling you more about the paper from the actual paper. What's the biggest health confusion you face right now? Okay. I've had various people tell me various things. They don't know whether to go mainstream or go alternative. They don't know how much to pay. They don't know whether to pay at all. Many confusions. And my second question is, have you tried recently listening to your body? Yeah. And what happened? What kind of feedback did you get back? Okay. I'm getting a comment here from my lovely friend Fitz Spencer, who's a Zinzino director. And he's saying this is so interesting and impactful. Life science and body alignment should be implemented in all our lives. And the struggle with most is where to start from. And this sounds amazing. Thanks, Fitz, so much. I'd love to have you join me sometime on Our Way, Our Wealth, which is a regular weekend slot. Okay, so let me just go on now and talk a little bit more directly about my white paper. I've spent the past 2 months really thoroughly researching the current state of wellness and well-being. And so in summary, this paper tells us that we are in a time of radical health confusion. Natural health, of course, has exploded in popularity, but with it has come decision paralysis, misinformation, and fear-driven marketing. So my white paper offers clarity, and it's drawing from over 40 years of interdisciplinary expertise and the real-time impact of Lodestone, my quite unique digital product, and Zinzino and its integrative partnership. So this guide is designed to help you reconnect to your body's innate wisdom, access and interpret reliable health data, navigate overwhelm with confidence, and begin a new path of true health sovereignty. And I think you'll find it both inspiration and instructional. And this is not theory. Oh no, this is lived truth. My life has consisted of studying a lot of theory, but I've always been a believer in applying theory. Theory is no good on its own. You can read all the books you like, study all the courses in the world, but until you actually apply those theories, nothing will change. You may make changes in your head, but that's not where we need them. We need changes in the body. Okay. So, yeah, let's just delve into this paper a little bit more deeply. The introduction is entitled Health Anxiety is the New Norm. And so every day millions wake up with an ache or pain, a worry, a question they can't answer. Why do I feel so tired all the time? Is this symptom serious? Should I see a doctor, take a supplement, try a new diet, go and live on a desert island for 3 weeks? So we're living through a real global health crisis, not of disease, but of disconnection. We are disconnected from our bodies, from our intuition, from trustworthy information. And you know, where I live in Japan, ambulances are being called for nosebleeds and dizziness. Yeah, unbelievable. Across the world, ERs are overwhelmed, not by emergencies, but by panic. People no longer know what's normal or when to trust their body. So this white paper really is a lifeline, a voice of calm, logic, and deep experience in a world full of contradiction and noise. So a brief overview of this paper, and then please comment below this window and I'll send it to you. Yeah, it's free. It's sincerely delivered to you in the hope that you will experience no more panic and become quite clear about what's happening. So in part 1, we talk about the current health landscape, and really inflammation is the root of most chronic disease, from cardiovascular issues to autoimmune disorders, This is reaching global limits. According to the World Health Organization in 2023, 1 in 3 adults suffers from an inflammatory condition. Okay. Yet, what most people tend to do is not realize that inflammation is measurable and modifiable, what's more. So let me talk a little bit more about Zinzino. You may have heard about it, but I'm affiliated with this amazing company, and they're doing really amazing work with testing, blood testing, and producing balance oils and many other amazing products too. So Zinzino is a global health and wellness company, and it's based in Scandinavia. It specializes in personalized nutrition, most notably the balance test, which is an at-home dried blood spot test that evaluates your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, a vital marker of inflammation. And so far we've got over 600,000 samples collected worldwide and a growing body of data. So Zinzino can provide the science to support personalized nutritional guidance and transformation. Their flagship supplement, Balance Oil, combines high-quality omega-3 from wild-caught fish, vitamin D3, and polyphenols from cold-pressed olives. And this formula helps reduce chronic inflammation, it supports brain and heart health, and it rebalances cell membranes within approximately 120 days. So why does all this matter? Well, high omega-6 increases inflammation. Low omega-3 reduces cell membrane function. And so the imbalance can affect mood, immunity, focus, and heart health. So Zinzino is amazing to help you to take charge of your health. And that's what we have to do. We all have to do it. We are responsible. We can't outsource our health to anyone else. This is really obvious when you look at many of the basic studies. If you look at the studies of cancer, you'll see in control groups and other groups that, you know, the people who are diagnosed with cancer, who really believe in their ability to heal and do not get pulled into the negative cycle or spiral of a fatal disease, recover. There are loads of samples here, loads of studies that show that the condition of your nervous system, of your heart, of your mind, of your being, of your spirit can totally influence your health. Yeah. So how can doctors outside help us? Good health comes from the inside, and it's our unique responsibility. So, given that fact, and given I've been working with these ideas for many, many years now as a natural practitioner, a body work person, meditation teacher, mindful educator, and so on, I went on to develop Lodestone. And Lodestone is a 30-day audio-based embodiment journey designed to restore your inner compasses. It draws from decades of practice and training in meditation, neuroscience, indigenous teachings, and the Alexander technique and Feldenkrais technique. And it offers daily 25 to 30-minute practices that guide you into the body through the breath, posture, and subtle sensory awareness. And each session is carefully crafted to help regulate the nervous system, reconnect to intuition and other really special inner tools, and build trust in the body's signals. No app is required, no tech barriers, not even headphones. I recommend listening out loud. And of course, you need a willingness to listen. But in my experience, even people who suffer from focus disorders can easily go down into their inner core if they close down the visual and really listen deeply with their whole body. So, yes, lodestone is particularly effective for health anxiety, burnout, trauma recovery, or emotional overwhelm. So together, lodestone and zinzino create a really powerful inside-out, outside-in synergy, one that blends the measurable with the mystical. And if you look at my white paper, you'll see lots of graphs and block charts which show you how the zinzino system really reduces inflammation so quickly, and how my system reduces stress very quickly and very steadily over a 30-day period. I'm coming to the end of my time now, but let me finish up by asking you, if you can really think about trusting this guide. Well, as the creator of Lodestone, I bring 40 plus years of experience as a spiritual educator, an embodiment mentor, and a wellness guide. My master's was in language communication for autistics and visually impaired. I did advanced studies in anatomy and physiology. I'm a certified Alexander Technique and Feldenkrais teacher, meditation teacher, and ordained Buddhist priest, mindful educator, always working with groups all over the place, but mainly for the last 20 years in the university system in Japan. And I'm also an advocate of indigenous wisdom, particularly from the First Nations of Australia. So really, Lodestone began as a private practice tool, and I piloted it on LinkedIn, actually. So for the past 7 months, I've been running sessions that happen on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, called Mindful Moments, Touch Your Heart Every Day. And these have been really testing the reactions of people who've joined me, and I've had great responses. And once I got to the stage where people were really benefiting so much from this live practice every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then I went out and developed this product, and therefore recommended that people continue to practice when I can't be live. In other words, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, people were saying they wanted me to continue. Well, I'm got other fish to fry, and I couldn't be live every single day. So, yeah, it's been thoroughly tested. I'm now performing trials of various kinds, and especially combined with zinzino. And I'm really thinking of these 3 questions. What happens when the body feels safe again? Can we measure inner peace? And what if calm is the prerequisite for healing, not the result? So it's very exciting, and I'm really enjoying my collaboration with zinzino. I'm enjoying explaining all about my lodestone on my Q&As every Friday at 9 a.m. BST. And I'm, of course, writing copiously about all of this, and there are several books in the pipeline. So, thank you so much for listening to me today, and thank you, Fitz, for commenting. That's wonderful. Please go ahead and comment more, everybody, and that way we can really get to talk to each other, and I can show you how all this works and how you never need to be anxious about your health ever again. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be continuing on with the same theme, and I could have a guest tomorrow. It'll be a surprise. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Have a great Saturday.